Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 16. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We are reaching the hump of the week and it's going to be plain sailing from here on out towards the weekend. I hope you're having a nice day. If you are and if you're feeling generous and all of that good stuff, do me a favor at the very start of the episode. You know what I'm about to ask you. Hit me with a huge thumbs up. Today we are aiming for 7,127 likes. Not a single like more. Actually, you can like more than that, but not less than that, alright? So get showing that support. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on our way to 500,000 subscribers. And welcome back, of course, to the Noti Gang. You guys are so loyal every single day. So, if you missed yesterday, we adjusted our team. We made it pretty epic, if I'm honest. Like, we've got a bit of a mad team considering we're 16 episodes into a no money spend road to glory. It is just the way it is this year. There's so many coins at the start. A lot of your teams, I've been asking quite regularly on like Twitter and Instagram about like what your team is or how many coins you've got and stuff. And it doesn't seem like many people are actually like behind me. I've seen so many crazy things. Now, whether or not that is people showing me teams that they've bought FIFA points with or something, who knows? But the majority of the teams that I'm seeing, and even the majority of the teams I'm coming up against in rivals, seem to be at least on par with what I've got. So I don't feel too far ahead this year, even though we've managed to pack ourselves that Hazard a couple of days ago. I mean, he's like a 100k player this year, so it's not the craziest thing in the world. But of course, I was extremely happy to bring him into the RTG. So we start today's episode off with 3 rewards. I think one of them is a reward pack from Season Progress. The next is my Squad Battles Gold 1 rewards, and then we also have the rare gold packs for the pre-order bonus for ordering the Ultimate Edition of the game this year. So a bunch of packs to start the day off, and we obviously hope to get some sort of boards or walkouts or just something that's either, well, the aim here really is to get players like this, Gosens. So essentially, I want to get some good first owner players from different leagues and nations into my club, because I just have a feeling that when Icon Swap stuff comes around, it is going to be like it was last year, where a lot of the Rivals challenges are going to ask people to use certain first owner teams or whatever. So I want to make sure that we get and keep hold of certain players like that could be fairly useful and aren't too expensive. Like right now, I'm sitting on a little bit of a dilemma because I have got a Rodrigo from Leeds. I've got a Marcos Llorente from Atletico that are currently both not in my starting 11. They're both tradable and they're both worth a lot for what they are, really. Like, in a couple of months' time, I can't imagine these players are going to be that price at all. So, the debate is whether or not I keep them because they're great first owner players, or whether or not I sell them because they're great coin balances for me right now. What would you do? I want you to let me know down below in the comment section and what you're doing with players that are perhaps tradable, that maybe you're not using anymore, but are definitely worth a certain amount of coins. Do you have some sort of like value to hold on to them, or are you trying to just get as many coins as possible whilst players are worth what they're worth? I'm curious. So Bellarabi's another great player to get, actually. A nice solid right mid from the Bundesliga. That would help me out quite a lot if I needed first owner Germans or first owner Bundesliga players. So hopefully we'll just keep hold of him. I mean, we aim to keep hold of these players. However, if like there's some sort of marquee matchups or some sort of SBC where I can get something better out of it and are required and the player is worth a whole bunch or whatever, I'll either use them in the SBC or sell them on for profit if they go majorly up in price. We get a little Hunter Chem style, and we actually get a glove as well. Someone needs to remind me tomorrow, actually, to put that on my goalkeeper. Because goalies this year, if you guys didn't know, I thought I got something out of this pack, by the way. Are we actually going to get boards? I forgot about that. But it had like the ones to watch stuff on it. And I thought maybe that meant I was getting a ones to watch. I haven't been lucky enough to pack one of those yet. But we do get a Guerrero from Dortmund, so that's a pretty good player to get. A nice little 84. Again, either a fairly usable player or a good SBC fodder. But yeah, I've forgotten what I was going to ask you guys, which is annoying, but hey, we move on. Oh no, I was going to tell you about goalkeepers. So, as you can see, I've got a cat on my goalie right now. Last year, and for the many previous years, we've been just using basic on goalies because it meant that all stats got a plus 10 chem boost increase. They haven't done that this year, so they're actually trying to make goalkeeper chemistry styles relevant, and I'm pretty sure that glove is always considered like one of the better ones if you are going to use a style on your goalie. So I'm going to have to try and put that on Vaclik. I can't remember the name of my goalie, if I'm honest. But one of the main points of today's episode was trying to figure out a good custom tactic. So, because I've been struggling in the midfield, a pro player has recommended to me that I switch from 4-4-2 to the second variant of 4-4-2 so that I've got a little bit more defensiveness in these two midfielders of Sissoko and Wijnaldum. And then I'm going to go through what I would put on my player instructions. You can let me know whether or not you think they're good or whether or not I should be changing something different as well. I'm curious, and I'm also going to check out a bunch of pro player videos as well to see what they're saying, because obviously they are a very good judge of what works and stuff in a game like this. So my problem has been possession and just general dominance in game. I'm leaking goals and I'm not having very much possession. So I want to try and just sturdy things up a little bit. Hopefully having two defensive midfielders will help like bridge that gap between when I'm getting counter-attacked. But typically I just have it on like my forwards, stay forward, get in behind. I want you to make those runs. My wingers, I don't tell them to stay forward. I do want them to come back a little bit. But it's whether they like stay wide or get into the box for crosses. I do all sorts of stuff like that. And then these are the tactics that I'm going to go with in this 4-4-2 number 2 variant. 4 width, 3 depth, fast build up with balanced defensive style. I'd been on like pressure on possession loss or heavy touch, and I wonder if that's what's dragging players out of position for me, because last year I was just on balanced. So yeah, I think that this could help me a little bit, and we're going to test it out in the rest of today's episode as well. We're going to head online in just a bit. But for some reason, I didn't get this pre-order stuff, or maybe this was the date that we were finally going to get the pre-order stuff. But EA dropped a whole bunch of kits and badges and tifos and whatnot into my account, just simply because I bought the Ultimate Edition. I mean, they all look kind of cool. I probably won't. I might use a couple of the kits actually, because they look all right. And I might. There's like a stadium theme, the one beam at the end there that looks kind of cool. I might use that as a stadium theme, see what that looks like. But other than that, I like the realistic football style things in my stadium. So Welsh players. This is a little bit of a tip for you. Welsh players have gone up a lot. Bronze, silver, and gold. Especially silver and gold. They're like 3,000 or 4,000 coins. Or at least they were when I was making this video. They might have all dropped down a little bit now. But there was a daily SBC that came out which required some Welsh players, or just one Welsh player. And it was only for an Electrum pack. So I've not done the SBC because I didn't have any Welsh silvers or golds, which was the minimum that you needed. But people were going so crazy buying Welsh players that they didn't even realise that it was a minimum silver you needed. And they were even buying bronzes. So the 3 Welsh players I had in my club, I stuck up for like 700 to 1,000 coins. They all sold. So sell your Welsh players, I guess, is a good little tip for you. It's important, I think, at this stage to do that, to get a maximum coins out of them if you are. I mean, you could do the SBC, of course, but just sell any others that remain. So I get scored on really early in this game. The guy whips a free kick in and scores a header. It's something that we've not been used to trying to even think about defending for the last year because headers were so useless. But obviously they're kind of back now, so we need to not only just block like a short free kick so that people don't take a shot, we also need to actually try and win aerial battles in the box. So yeah, he caught me on the break, and once again, 60% possession for my opponent. I'm just struggling so much with the ball. And I don't know. Like, even here, I don't think he was playing, or I think he was. I'm not sure. but even then I miss. Like, I miss a free opportunity on goal. I've got to learn to take my opportunities when I actually get them, because it seems like I do create about the same amount as my opponents. I just get them AI blocked a lot, so I'm not creating like real opportunities. I'm creating like half chances, and as you can see here, I'm either getting tackled or blocked or whatever it is. I should have just passed that into St. Max. Instead, it went all the way back to Usman. These are the sorts of things that I'm going to be trying to obviously learn as we play the game over the next few weeks. You know, different amounts of power to put on a cross, because we haven't crossed for like an entire year. We get through St. Max here, and the touch is too long, and I take the shot too late, and instead of finessing it around the goalie, I try and chip him, and he ends up blocking it. But we do get through with Usman, and again, I waste the chance. I could have won this game easily. Easily. We even switched to the 4-1-2-1-2 because that actually was working quite well as well. I'm just trying to see which one will actually work. Similar stats and tactics, I think, to the 4-4-2, but in a 4-1-2-1-2. And then bringing on a couple of substitutes in Llorente and in Rodrigo can definitely help, because they are very good players. And if they've got more stamina, they might be a little bit more useful at the end of this game. But I get absolutely Richarlisoned again. A nice finish from the Brazilian. I think he's pretty good this year, once again. And we end up getting the ball through here to Rodrigo. I take the strike first time, and that's the only goal I'm able to get in this game. But hey, it's at least we get a consolation goal. Another tough game against someone that was hoarding possession against me, and we lose 2-1. So I obviously didn't think that the 4-4-2 was working well enough to keep it on there, and we switched to the 4-1-2-1-2. So I think you'll just see me switching around over the next, few episodes as I try and figure out what actually works for me this year. I think I like two striker formations. So I like a 4-4-2, 4-2-2. In theory, that means I like a 4-1-2-1-2. But then I'm never quite so good with like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. And I think they also might be quite good formations this year. So maybe I need to learn a different way to actually play the game. But I need that 1-2 with my strikers in a two-striker formation, the give and go. That's typically how I do my build-up play and my goal creation. So in this game, I was coming up against someone that was had a nice team, had some skills in his locker. He was doing skills all the time, but we are able to take the ball off him there. I think it was with Moussa Sissoko, and we knock it into Ousmane Dembele to score the goal. So we do go 1-0 up, despite probably having less possession, and what I felt like was getting dominated, because again, like, the skills and stuff he was doing were quite good. He was creating chances. He does end up scoring a header from the corner there with Kyle Walker. And again, that's just such a crazy header to me, because we haven't seen that sort of thing for over a year. So again, you've got to learn to defend them. Maybe I shouldn't have brought my goalie out like I did. But we run down the other end. I think pretty much kickoff style from when he scored his goal. And we get a goal with Ousmane again. So Dembele's doing really well so far. Getting a couple of goals in this match. Feeling good as like a striker. Bale then just sort of like cuts open past my defence. I thought he was going to cut inside with his weak foot. That's why I dived in for a challenge. I did that wrongly, obviously. And he does manage to equalise. So half-time, 2-2. It kind of looks like my opponent is again having a great game, and I kind of got lucky with a couple of goals, but we push into the second half. I really want to try and win this game despite it feeling like a bit of a struggle. So I make a mistake again, as I do every episode, and play the ball straight to him. Fortunately for me, it comes off the bar, and eventually, after like AI blocking my own defending, I'm able to get the ball away. And we then play a Hail Mary ball through to St. Max, who just ball rolls the goalkeeper and sticks it in the back of the net. So I think counter-attacks are the way to go. Like, try and be as quick as you can to get past that defensive line with fast strikers. That seems to work best for me, but I do also I struggle to get in those positions because my opponent's defense is always quite far back. Some nice RB dribble in there with Hazard, and a wonderful shot. Out of nowhere, I didn't expect to do that, and I didn't expect it to come off. But out of nowhere, I score that goal, and he quits. And I'm like, okay, excellent. I mean, we've obviously done something good enough to make our opponent quit. So yeah, I think maybe the 4-1-2-1-2 is the one to go for. So if you want to see what I'm using on the 4-1-2-1-2, I can show you that tomorrow in the next episode if you'd like, and we can go through what we've been using on that, because I just feel a little bit more successful with that. Maybe because it's just everyone's clumped in the middle, but obviously you then don't have any width to your team. So there's fors and against for all of this stuff, isn't there? So once again, bobbing around the 1600 skill rating. It does actually push me into rank number 2. I guess by the time you're watching this, I will have pushed back down to rank number 3. Rank 2, rank 3 this week, it doesn't matter to me. I don't think the rewards are very good no matter what. There was confirmation that those Welsh players sold. And even with our crazy team, we've actually built back up to 70,000 coins again. We get a little 2 rare players pack here for completing some sort of objective. But no walkout, no boards, unfortunately. Do we get an 82 in this? I can't remember. Oh, no, we get Hamdallah, 79 overall. So, yeah, I mean, it's just fodder, isn't it, really? Hamdallah and Ibai Gomez, we'll take him, we'll stick him in the club and go from there. So, that's going to be the episode for today, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favour and hit me with a thumbs up. We're talking 7,000, I can't even remember. Was it 7,123 likes? I can't remember what I said at the start of the episode, but keep showing your support by smashing a thumbs up button. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Let me know who's in your team down below in the comment section, and come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You can find them in the description box down below. Have a great day, everyone. Take it easy. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you tomorrow with yet another episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Peace.